No electricity. What? What did you say? Oh, yeah, I'll get my head torch. No electricity and nothing blown. Well, nothing on the face of it. Nothing has switched itself off.
Right there.
Right here?
Yeah. So this morning I came up and look, there's nothing. And this is not live, is it? There's nothing here, is that? That's not...
Isn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
Well, we maybe find out.
Yeah, because that's the only explanation, but if that was live, you know, seriously?
I don't know what that would be. Yeah,
Exactly.
It should have blown a fuse.
Something did. It went pop, and there was smoke. You know, there was quite a lot of smoke, and you could smell burning, and there was a cloud of smoke up here. I was going mad, thinking, oh my God, you know, the house is going to burst into flames. But luckily, it just stopped. But I can't figure out what the hell. You know, you can see that this...
Yeah, but that's...
It just goes to there, so you can't get...
I think isn't that a television aerial or something?
No.
Okay.
This one's the television area. There isn't anything...
You've got
Oh, I see.
lighting.
Ah, okay. Now wait a minute. You can get this board off.
Yeah, but I don't see why it wouldn't have... It
Fused.
should have fused something downstairs.
Yeah, exactly.
And that will tell you what it is. Let's go have another look downstairs.
Because all this is relatively new, isn't it?
Just looking at where the show them. It comes in from the ground, so I don't know if that's on or off, that one, but it wouldn't make any difference to the meter being off. So I've got to suspect this fuse here, which is bloody weird because all that current that blew that fuse would have to pass through any of these and blow one of these first.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do you want to try turning them on and off and see if anything happens?
no, it wouldn't make any difference.
Okay.
They would flick off. These would individual
but they
would
didn't.
flick off.
But if we flick them off and
Yeah,
flick
but
them
you've got no electricity to that. You've got no electricity to this.
on... Okay.
So I've got to suspect this. But
And
where
what's
the
thing
smoke
about
came
that?
from?
Why is that sealed?
Because it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the distribution network operator.
Who is the distribution network operator?
UK Power Networks.
So we have to get in touch with them
So
before we can take it off, in theory?
Yeah, from here
Uh-huh.
it belongs to EDF or
Mhm.
EDF, but that doesn't belong to us. We can't touch that.
Okay.
But so what we have here is the main intake coming through the wall at that position, but we have this cable going up into the loft, or coming down from the loft to feed. So it's a possibility of that the main intake actually comes in from above, in which case, okay, I'd expect another fuse
Come round the other way.
in the loft. You're not aware of another fuse in the loft, are you?
No.
No.
What I'm saying is, I've just looked at that black wire that, as you so rightly say, goes up to the loft. But look at here. Look here. Can you see any wires? No.
No.
Come here.
No, I'm just going to go where I do know and not where I don't know, Lilius. Okay, so...
Back of the house, coming into the house.
Okay,
So where's the electricity coming from?
that's what I'm trying to work out. So here's the earth spike. There's the earth spike.
Yeah.
And it's on... And again, it's that 8mm, fucking 8mm stuff that I can never tell the difference of. Anyway, there we go. And here we are. So the solar is there, the inverter or whatever it is. That is the intake. So we're expecting to see some kind of wires into the house that the householder is not aware of any.
No.
Certainly not at the back, so let's look at the front. Unless that one... Yeah, what's that one then? It's a bit thin for a... I mean, I suppose it goes straight over your house, doesn't it, that? Well, guys and girls, this is what the result of this morning was. Here's the section that UK Power Networks cut out from their main incomer. It had been sitting on some conduit, which is where you see this round impression, and it had squashed through
aluminium
the concentric
conductor, had squashed through that red PVC and hit the neutral copper on the outside, thus melting the aluminium conductor in the centre, which then the molten aluminium goes through the plastic, vaporised it, hence the puff of smoke, at the same time as creating an almighty explosion, which has sort of partially destroyed the cable at the point where it happened, and thanks to the explosion, it is disconnected. It is acted to disconnect the supply from being energized. So there you see the explosion and how it's completely vaporized the aluminium line conductor. Main incomer between the transformer, which has a 316 amp, I think, fuse in it. So this is going to go way before the 316 amp fuse, and the incomer, the cutout fuse on the house. So very odd one really. And I was looking for a fuse that would have gone to protect the transformer fuse, not realizing that the transformer fuse is quite a lot higher than is possible to get with this. So yeah, you can see that over the years this has been trodden on, and that's all it is. It's the passage of time and people walking over it that has caused the explosion to happen. And eventually, and lucky that somebody was up there when it happened and that they were alerted to it, not that they would have not known about it, because the whole house lost its electricity. UK Power Networks were out within, I should say, 45 minutes with 2 vans, cherry pickers on them, to get up to the telegraph pole, pull the phase out for the house, thus isolating the cable He said that the earth loop, their loop impedance is 0.28, so that they can provide a PME earth supply at the house to get round the dodgy 8mm earthing cable. And yeah, so he also tested a couple of sockets and found immediately that the sockets were reverse polarity, so yeah, that needs doing. She says it's been like that for 15 years. He was going to cut off the house, turn the main switch off, but he said, well, she'll just turn it back on again. So he's done that, and then she's turned it back on again. And he's issued her with a bit of a warning notice and warning order, and she's phoned me up asking for a periodical test and inspection, which I can't fit in now till probably September, but maybe August. And yeah, and I've referred her to my website, which is £20 a circuit and £60 a board. I think she'd be looking at 3 boards and probably no more than about 10 circuits, maybe 12. My EICR pricing means that she's going to be paying about minimum £420 minimum. I'd like to make it, and getting to anything is going to be a right pain, so moving furniture and everything else. Anyway, but as for that, interesting little diversion this morning.